this Mathew McConaughey, like the guy who I really love, his philosophies. He says a person needs three things in life, like something to look up to, something to look forward to, and someone to chase. Right? And he says something to look up to is God, someone to chase is himself, being better every time, and something to look forward to is his family, like where he sees his kids growing up, their next stage of life, taking a next vacation with his wife. So I think that bit of my life I can trick into looking forward to something else. Yeah, sometimes does it get lonely being all by myself? Yeah, it does a lot of times. But again, you would you rather be alone than in your own company? Of course, yes, I would rather be alone than in your own company, and definitely not. I'm not afraid to be single. I'll be very happy being single and all by myself. Have good support system. My family, I have a huge family, and have a very small good friend circle, very very close ones. Most of them were my office peeps when I was there, and we all moved in different directions, but almost all of them are very very close. So yeah, I mean, I have good set of friends who could always be there for me, and in my loneliness. So I'm very happy.
Nothing. You just said I have good set of friends in my loneliness. That's
Yeah. When I'm going through lonely phases, and honestly, like, I've not felt lonely in a while. There's always something that I'm doing productive, some new ventures that I've taken up, and I love learning new things. So I've always been doing something new. So it's in fact, it's the other way around. I'm like, oh wow, like I get to spend some alone time without doing anything. So I'm good. What about you?
No, of course not. I've been there, done that. So I'm not like, I don't feel lonely, or I don't have the pressure as well. I just think that if you're not afraid to be alone, you can find the best. I mean, you can just find the best partner for you, or you can have the best set of friends and all of that.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you have that thing, okay, I can never be alone, and if you have that pressure of just having someone around you, you probably would end up being with bad friends again, or just making some bad choices, I would say. So I think I feel one must learn how to be happy alone. Only then you can attract good energy.
Yeah, I completely agree. If you put your happiness on someone else, as someone else's responsibility, I think in the long run it's going to be difficult. I wouldn't say it's not going to work out. Sometimes it does. Who am I to say? But I feel it's going to be very difficult for one or the other person to keep it
of course
going forward.
If your happiness doesn't depend on someone else,
correct,
right? If your happiness, if you rely on someone else for happiness, both of you are not going to be happy, you
correct,
and the other person. So I just think in order to be genuinely just happy, you should just learn how to be happy with yourself, make peace with it, and then you and everyone around you can just be happy.
True, agreed. You have a very strong presence on social media, right? So what, you personally, are you a different person there and in real life, and what is your take on it?
I don't know, you should tell me.
I personally feel, again, I have not seen you in that lens, but you've hung out with a couple of my friends like Chandler. When you told you have strong online presence and vlogging and stuff, he said you're super quiet, super introvert. I cannot even imagine you being in that realm, right? So based on what he said, I would say you're different, but what do you think?
I think I would say I'm just quiet around new people. And for me to like open up and talk to them, it just takes a lot of time. When it comes to social media or something, that's something I really enjoy doing. For instance, I may do reels. I really enjoy that. That doesn't require me communicating with anybody.
What gives you happiness in doing reels?
I like to wear clothes, new clothes. I like to just show what I'm wearing. I like to dance. I'm not a professional dancer. I know only 2-3 steps, which I keep doing the same thing over and over, but I just like to do that. So it's just that I just like wearing new clothes and just do it. So I feel that it's really difficult to create a journey, right? Create this create a social media presence, and I have somehow gotten it. I've worked for it, and I've enjoyed that process. And it's, to me, how do I put it across? For everyone else, it could be just like, okay, you're doing reels, you're just doing that, you're just doing this, but I just feel like I'm just enjoying with it. I would have done it even if I had like 0 followers or something. It's just like documenting my life. So yeah, it's just that. So again, like you said, I'm not communicating with anybody, I'm just doing what I like. And when it comes to YouTube and stuff, I'm just doing, probably, let's say I'm doing a skincare routine. I'm just excited about that process. I want to like show my audience how I'm just like trying it out. If it works out, I would want to share it with my audience. So again, so that's something I really enjoy. Not that speaking to new people isn't something that I enjoy, but I'm just like processing it. For me to like process and get really into it, it takes a little while. I would say, I think I'm an introvert. I'm confident about myself, but also I'm a little introvert. Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah. And a lot of my friends have told this to me as well. They're like, you're so quiet, you're so quiet, you're so quiet. Most of my friends, they just feel that. Even my best friend is just her talking most of the times. She just goes on and on and on and on about her life, and I'm like, I probably just tell her what to do and what not to do at times. But I'm just like, I'm just always on the listening end, and I like that more than just going on about what I like or what I want to say. At times I just like to listen to people. What about you? You have your own podcasting channel, and you have your own work life, and also you have your own personal life. A very good balance, I would say. Are you the same person or a different person?
I'm the same person. I mean, I get the same feedback too. Like, they don't see like I'm a different person in my podcast. In initial stages of my podcast, like, I have very small following, right? And most of them were my family and friends. Not exactly family. Most of them were my friends from US. They got to know a lot about my mom, my childhood. Like, I told one childhood story like this.